Okay, so today in class we have this activity, so I'm going to kind of go through a few of them with you like I did in class, and then you're going to finish the rest. What we have here is we have a list of independent statements and we have a list of dependent statements. And in class we talked about the independent and dependent variables. Your independent is always your X, and dependent is always your Y. Always, always, always. So what we're going to do here is we're going to match the independent statement and the dependent statement together. Now what we are not going to do is glue or tape the pair to a different sheet of paper like the directions indicate. But we will write them as a complete sentence, and you will find that on the back side of your paper. Okay? Alright, so we have 10 independent statements. And we're just going to go in order and start with these statements. Okay? So if I read number 1, it says the number of used aluminum cans you collect. So I want to come over here to my dependent statements and figure out which one might go with collecting aluminum cans. So if I look at the first one, it says the number of dollars refunded to you. Maybe. If I collect cans, does that affect the price of the pizza? No. Altitude of a punted football? No. Your height? Grade in Algebra 1? Diameter of a balloon? Hanging out at a friend's house, or amount of friends hanging around you? Maximum speed of your car? How loud the band sounds to you? And the number of hairs he has growing on his head. So the only one that could possibly go with, and if you think about collecting aluminum cans, you kind of cash them in for money. So these two are going to go together. So I'm just going to draw an arrow to this one. Okay? Now, whenever we talk about these independent and dependent statements, the dependent depends on the independent. And so we write the sentence to show that one depends on the other. And so over here on the back side, this is actually the back side of your paper, we're going to write this sentence using the phrases depends on or is a function of. Either one of those phrases will work. So in the first one, I'm going to write the number of dollars refunded to you. That's my dependent statement. Depends on the number of used aluminum cans you collect. And I'm going to highlight my connecting phrase, depends on. Okay. All right, let's look at number 2. How steep a hill you are going up. We've already used this one, so we can't use it again. So if you think about going up a hill, possibly talking about speed. Okay. How steep a hill you are going up. We have pizza, a punted football, height, grade in algebra, diameter of a balloon, friends, speed of a car, band, and hair growing on your head. So it looks like this one will go with the maximum speed of your car. So I'm going to draw an arrow down to the maximum speed of my car. So here is my dependent, here is my independent. The dependent depends on the independent. The dependent is a function of the independent. So this sentence, I'm going to use my other connecting phrase. The maximum speed your car will go is a function of how steep a hill you are going up. So again, I'm going to highlight my connecting phrase, is a function of. And I'm also going to go ahead and mark my dependent and my independent. Dependent, independent. Okay? All right, so as partners, we kind of finish this up. So you need to do that if you haven't.